Hi, everybody. My name is Alice. I'm so glad you're with me today. So, this is hashtag Finish Strong. Hashtag Finish Strong means have a strong Friday. And some things I'd like for you to consider and think about as you prepare to close out your day. So, I've got some tips and tricks that I would love to share with you with my Coffee and Connections. They're 10 skills that are hard to learn, but it will pay off for you forever if you think about it. And so, the first thing that I'd like for you to consider is stay present in the moment. Some of the things that I've learned by being present in the moment during the COVID-19 epidemic is that learning how to change and do things quickly. Normally, we are launching our businesses, we're growing our businesses, but in this particular situation, everyone has had to pivot. And so that means changing things. What am I doing now that I can no longer do? How might I do something different? So you have to be present in the moment. Yes, just it upsets you, it forces you to change very rapidly, but at the end of the day, you've come up with some new ideas and tips and tricks that you can now implement to go forward. The second thing is have confidence. Show up to work, even if it's a virtual setting, because the more you show up, it shows that you're confident about who you are, what you do, and how you deliver what it is that you serve to your clients. So that's important. Confidence doesn't mean being arrogant, saying that you know everything. Confident means that you know the information that you're sharing with your clients to be true. Or if you're a compliance person, such as myself, you also know when things are in compliance and what works and what doesn't work. So have confidence. The third thing is listen wisely. Sometimes when we're speaking to others, we speak to them in such a way that we're wanting to respond to every single thing that they say. And that's not always the case. So, listening wisely allows you to hear all of the information, make notes, and make an informed decision, even if it means pausing and not responding at that particular time, and then say, let me follow back up with you. Let me get back with you. And that's okay. So, number 4 is managing your time. I'm a color code person when I actually utilize my calendar. So when I use my calendar, purple means that I am in a meeting. Yellow means that I'm working with a client. Green means that I have some free time, and red means that I have a hard stop or a deadline. I use those colors for myself, but you may have colors that may work well for you. But it's great to manage your time. So there's 3 things. There's 24 hours in a day. 8 hours of the day you actually contribute to your work, right? 8 hours you try to play and have time with family, and then there's 8 hours of sleep, okay? So think about that. That's your 24, but it's broken down into 3 areas. So eat, sleep, play, right? But if you use your calendar and you begin to look at your time, you can also see how important you're managing of your time so you don't get overwhelmed with doing the work that you have to do. The 5th thing is stop whining or stop having a PPP. A PPP is a private pity party. And I normally have those maybe once a month. I need a good 10 minutes where I just have to go blah, right? And that's okay. But say what you got to say, get it off of your chest, and get back to work. So you can't whine all the time about this isn't working. I don't know why this isn't working. This costs too much. This isn't that. Ah, cut it. Cut it. I need you to focus on those things that do work. And this may also mean doing something that's called a SWOT analysis, looking at your strengths, looking at your weaknesses, looking at your opportunities, and looking at your challenges. Yes, I said challenges, not threats. So SWOC, not SWOT. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and challenges. Those are the things that you want to look at, because as you're beginning to look at what you do and you do well, you can identify some things that you're not doing so well. I can do this, or I really can't do that. But here's a new opportunity for me to implement something different. And then also, here's a challenge that I didn't see before. Let me go back to my strengths and my opportunities to see how might I implement something new. Okay, so that's something that I want you to think of. Number 6, have empathy. Have empathy with those people that work on your team, that are doing small business. So this is where we are. We're doing small business, or we're being business owners, or we're being leaders where we are. We're also working from home virtually, right? And then some of us are also being parents, and we're homeschooling our littles. And so yesterday in a conversation with a young lady, all you could hear in the background was, "Mommy, mommy, mommy this, mommy this, mommy, mommy, mommy." And I asked her and I said, if we need to pause for a moment, I have some time, go right ahead and address your little. And she says, "No, it's okay. But be mindful as we begin to come back into the office or go back to what we perceived as normal or our new path, because there is no new normal. There is no old normal, right? There's only this new path that we're going to be going on. And so I want you to empathize with your team and those that are in your supply chain that you're working with, even more so your clients, because they're juggling working a small business, but also they're looking at how to manage their lifestyle with their little being at home with them while they work. So it's a strategy, and it's a challenge as well. The 7th thing is to speak up. Speaking up means know your rules, know your compliance, set boundaries, but you have to speak up and affirm those things. And it don't have to be rude when you do it. You can just say, "I'm sorry, I didn't understand," but you want to be able to speak up. Or if you're in a team meeting and someone suggests something and it might be incorrect, you can also go through and just say, "Well, based on compliance, this information or that information." But don't be afraid to speak up and use your voice. Your voice is needed. Sometimes not saying something right then and there is also speaking up. You don't have to be a yes person. You can pause and think about what it is you want to say, and think about the strategy that you want to implement before you do it and before you speak up. Okay? Number 8 is be consistent. So during this pandemic, one of the things that I began to do was connect with my clients, and connect with my clients in a way that I knew would be intentional. So every Monday, I post something that says hashtag let's grow. Every Friday, I post something that says hashtag finish strong. Well, those things are important because I've been consistently doing that for the last 3 years. And so I have 3 years of content that I have shared with my clients, of motivating them. You've got this, move forward. Or yes, you didn't even realize your own superpower. And then number 9 is get enough sleep. So there are times that remember those 3 things that I said? You have 8 hours of work, 8 hours of play, and then 8 hours of rest. Well, think about that just for a moment. Get enough sleep. This is really called work-life balance. And it's important that you take time to rest. On yesterday, I got up, my first meeting was right about 8 o'clock, 8:30. And as I completed that meeting, I began to roll out meetings after meeting, after meeting, after meeting. And right about the 4:30, 5 o'clock hour, I said, okay, it's time for me to stand up from this chair. And I started feeling it in my knees. And so I just get enough sleep, because once you lay down and allow the mind to rest, you will refresh yourself and be able to continuously go back to supporting your clients in the small business that you have. And number 10, certainly last but not least, be honest with yourself. Know what you can do. So remember that SWOT analysis, that strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and challenges. Be honest with yourself of what you can do. Be honest with yourself with those things that you can't do, and don't be afraid to ask for help. So the 10 things that I'm sharing with you again are: stay present in the moment. Number 2, have confidence. Number 3, listen wisely. Number 4, learn how to navigate your time. Use your calendar, right? Number 5, stop having a PPP, a private pity party. But if you need to have it, do it. Get it out your system so you can get back to work. Number 6, have empathy with those people that you're going to be working with, as well as your clients, because they are balancing a lot of stuff too. Number 7, don't be afraid to speak up and use your voice. Your voice is needed. Number 8, be consistent. If you start something, your clients are going to look for you to continuously do that. So be consistent with what you're doing. Number 9, don't be afraid to get enough sleep. Sleep. You don't have to work all the time. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. It was built over time, as well as the pyramids. They were not built in a day. It took years to build those pyramids. And then finally, be honest with yourself on the things that you do and you can do well. Okay, that's my time. My name is Alice Herndon. Please like or share today's tips and tricks that will pay off in the long run, and continuously follow me. Thank you so much. I look forward to talking again to you soon. See ya.